Hi, this is Huixia Xu, and this topic is about, do you consume GMO food? So what are GMO foods? GMO foods are foods created by the changing of genes of these plants and animals to achieve desired traits that will benefit us. Examples of GMO food include corn, soy, canola, and sugar beets, and they're often used as ingredients in processed food. So expanding GMO foods, we have salmon and potato. So right now, a new form of salmon is genetically altered to grow to maturity twice as fast as wild salmon, and is currently undergoing safety review by the Food and Drug Administration, and if approved, it will be the first genetically engineered animal to be marketed. With that said, the Department of Agriculture recently approved a potato that's genetically engineered, and the potato can resist bruising, and it can produce, when cooked at high temperatures, used to make potato chips and french fries. And FDA has still didn't complete a voluntary safety review for a new GMO potato yet. So some advantages of GMO foods include solving world hunger to GMO foods, providing us with more nutritious products and foods. And yeah, with that said, here are more pros of GMO foods: lower risk of crop failures and make crops better resistant of insects and extreme weather. GMO foods could be more nutritious with an increased amount of protein, calcium, etc. And it can also help us find ways to feed the world population, and it can produce products with longer shelf lives, less chemicals, machinery is used, help reduce environmental pollution, greenhouse gas emission, soil and soil erosion. So right here we have data analysis of the global area of biotech crops. And the ISAAA says the area of land devoted to GMO has increased by 100 times since farmers first started growing crop 1996, and over the past 17 years, millions of farmers in 28 countries have planted GMO seeds on 3.7 billion acres of land, showing a massive impact and support that GMO globally have. So then what exactly is the problem then? Well, first of all, there is no law or regulations to test whether GMO crops or animals are safe for humans to eat. GMO foods are not required to be labeled in the US. GMO food cons include lower resistance to antibiotics, genes might migrate, pose allergy risk, increased use of toxic herbicides, unknown health effects, and most importantly, environmental concerns in which there's decrease in biodiversity if genes are manipulated and regularly used. Over here we have data analysis of glyphosate used by year in crop, and the majority of GMO foods are resistant to glyphosate, a kind of weed killer. And the increasing use of this herbicide created a problem with pseudo weeds, which is now good evolving to be resistant to glyphosate. As shown in data here by USGS, significant amounts of herbicide could potentially affect consumers' health as well because residue from the chemicals can end up in the crops. Then how can we look into the problem? So first of all, we could advocate laws that require GMO foods to be labeled so consumers are aware of what they're consuming, or they can educate consumers about GMO foods, its pros and cons. We can also do further investigating the long-term effects of consuming GMO foods, researching about how GMO foods are made and if GMO foods is really necessary. Or we can take the alternative route, which is simply to avoid GMO foods on everyday basis. For instance, we can avoid GMO foods, look for USDA certified organic, or you can buy ingredients, whole foods, instead of foods with ingredients in them, such as processed foods. Or you can seek products that say GMO free or non-GMO. And this is my works cited page, and that is about it. Thank you for watching.